at KTH, Royal Institute of Technology, here in Stockholm. And as you can see, I have many different roles right now. I'm working in the unit called Digital Learning. And right now I'm very much involved in the design and production of a digital course for commission education. And that is a priority area at KTH. And, I think we will see a lot of action in the next coming years in that area. And welcome. Yeah, so today I will talk to you about scalable and sustainable solutions and digital quality. And my hope is that you will walk from here with new ideas and the feeling that this with design and production of digital learning material isn't such a big thing after all. And I also hope that you will spread that message further. So, design and production of digital learning material. That is more complex than you think, but still, it's also, in the same time, much easier than you think. I hope you will learn that after this lecture. Scalable and sustainable. At my university at KTH, we have many teachers. And what many of them have in common is the lack of time to do anything else except their ordinary teaching at campus. But at the same time, it is stated in KTH's latest business plan that our university should be a leader in the use of digitization for education, and that all institutions, or schools as we say, KTH, will expand the use of the flipped classroom concept with the start of 2018. Last year. And for you that are not so familiar with the flipped classroom concept, I can tell you that it's very much based on the use of digital learning material, and not seldom educational videos of various kind. For example, video presentations, interviews, animations, documentaries, screencasts, lab demonstrations, video tutorials, and so on.
What's a pen cost?
Like if you draw an iPad and record it, I call it a pen cost. You could call it something else as well. Well. All right, so we have a university that wants to be a leader in digital education, and we have teachers with no time for it. So how do we solve that equation? With some kind of e-learning factory, maybe, where the teachers just push a large red button in the classroom, and then it's done. Wouldn't that be nice?
Welcome to e-learning factory. Just push the button and start the automatic recording system, give your lecture as usual, and upload the recorded video afterwards. Thank you for using our services, and welcome back.
E-learning factory. Then I can quit working.
Yeah.
Go to some warm country instead. All right, now let's move on. Or should we pay tons of money to external designers and producers that will help our teachers to produce digital learning material? Well, that is not so scalable and sustainable, if you ask me. think those solutions are way too unflexible, expensive, and unpedagogical. You will always be in the hands of external producers. You need to call them for every little change and update in your produced material. Automatic systems, like automatic cameras and so on, that will not help you with important things like accessibility, media pedagogy, and student engagement. And even the external and professional producers might not have the right skills, the media pedagogy skills that's needed. There's a common belief in expensive media technology and advanced production methods as the solution to digitalization of education and learning materials. But that is not the case anymore. Not at all. Because all you need is love. Love is all you need. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Wait,
No.
what's that from? No.
Well, all you need is love, a smartphone, and your computer. That was what I was about to say. But with love, I mean some passion for what you're doing, some curiosity, creativity, and maybe most of all, a willingness to develop your teaching, even if it takes some time in the beginning. But is it enough with just smart and simple tools that you already have? Your smart and simple tools is not much to have without some basic knowledge in things like accessibility, media pedagogy, and what kind of media concepts that students find engaging. And those things are important to know something about, even if you just plan to use learning material produced by others. Only then it's possible to know, to decide whether the material you have found is of decent quality or not. But I still think we are missing something. Coaching might not be enough. My belief is that if a school or university really are serious about their digitization of education, it's not enough with just a coaching service. If you think of an IT support, that's common, schools, universities, and I think most of you agree on that there is a need for a built-in and free of charge IT support, right? Teachers need a lot of help with LMS systems, course platforms, and all apps of various kinds that comes with it. Nothing strange with that, right? So, as we now know that teachers also need a lot of help with design and production of digital learning material, shouldn't there be a built-in and free of charge design and production support service as well? But now some of you might think, oh, that would be really expensive and costly. Doesn't have to. I think we need to cultivate a new way of thinking and establish natural design and production culture at schools and universities. A culture where teachers can get help from digital learning teams which could include students, for example, teacher assistants, technicians, administrators, etc. Alright, this was the chapter about scalable and sustainable solutions for design and production of digital learning material. So, let's move on to the next chapter, and it's called Digital Quality. And I have 3 principles for quality in digital learning material that I would like to share with you today. And it's about accessibility, media pedagogy, and engagement. Accessibility. Recently I gave a workshop in Denmark for 10 people from 5 African universities. And then I taught them how to use smart and simple tools. So they learned how to use smartphones as video cameras and just for their hands-free as microphones, and how to adapt their PowerPoint presentations to a video format, among other things. And we learned a lot from each other, had a great time. You can see I had my cloth, green cloth and black cloth. Actually, I have it here. Yeah, there's my black and there's my green. Yeah, always have with me, so you can create the studio wherever you are. It's perfect. My smartphone you always have. Yeah, it was really great. But after this workshop, 4 days in Copenhagen, I was exhausted, really exhausted after. But happy because I learned a lot. But one thing struck me, something that made me actually question the use of video as teaching material. Something's happening with me. Sorry, it's flickering, so I can't read my notes. Ouch. Oh, sorry. No, stop.
Is this an example of the problems with
technology
Yeah.
in the classroom?
Oh, okay, we go back. But it's flickering here. I can't read what I'm supposed to read. Oh, okay, I have to read that. I have to remember.
We've all been there.
Yes. Okay, let's say. Yeah, one thing struck me. I'm questioning the use of video as learning material. But luckily we have had one more workshop with the African team. So 1 month later I went to Aalborg. Yes.
Why did you question it?
I'll
You're
come
coming to that.
Yeah. Cliffhanger lasts forever. Oh, I have to pick up my kids. Sorry. No. All right. Yeah. So after the workshop, the participants answered a couple of questions, interview questions, and then I read those online, and almost all of them were having a big issue with the bandwidth at their universities in Tanzania and Ghana. Just 2 different countries. And then, ouch, I thought like I had taught them how to produce cool videos, engaging videos, pedagogic videos, but with not enough bandwidth. The students wouldn't be able to actually view those videos. And that's kind of important. So then I can't teach them how to produce videos anymore. I need to give them an alternative. So I stayed up late at the hotel room in Aalborg and I'm gonna have to come up with something smart. And then I did. Surprisingly, I think. Well, at least they were happy. I will see if I can explain what I came up with here. Yeah, I call this alternative I came up with for the flipped video concept. Flipped classroom, that's passé. Now it's the flipped video concept. That's the king. Let's keep it. All right, but we'll see. So, this is what it's all about. Import videos and audio for each slide in your PowerPoint. And you can record yourself for each slide. Like, yeah, for each slide I would say this, start, stop. That's a video for that slide, and so on. Or just audio. Why should it be video all the time? might be just audio. Or just text. Yeah. But anyway, so when you have put all content like video or audio in the slides where they belong, you export the PowerPoint to a PDF, and then please note that either audio or video follows to that PDF. They are still in the PowerPoint, but that's fine. Open the PDF in Acrobat Reader Pro and choose Tools from the menu and click on Rich Media. Then your PDF will become interactive and you can import your video and audio clips to the slides where they belong within the PDF. And voila! Got an ebook, PDF ebook with videos included, audio included, animations included. And then your students can download that once, either to computer or your smartphones or their handheld devices. Once, and then they are not depending on the bandwidth anymore. Not bad, huh? Well, I haven't tried it for real, but but in theory,
I know. It works. It works.
Still, they have to download it.
It works.
They have to download it anyway. I mean.
yeah, but then
But it's not
they can do
nearly
that
as big
overnight.
as a video.
So even if they have a slow bandwidth,
Much,
they
much
can
smaller.
maybe go on holiday and then it's done.
Could you please go back to the previous slide?
Yes, sure. I will provide this those slides. Also. Yeah. So I felt so good when I went to the workshop and I told them change of plans, no more editing, no more learning how to make just videos. Now we learn how to take videos in the PowerPoint and create the PDF instead.
Have you heard from them since then?
Huh?
Have you heard from them since then? Has it worked?
No. I don't know if I have tried it yet, but actually it seems like I'm going to Tanzania. This is a Erasmus project, so and then I will see for real. All right, let's move on. Yeah, that was the ebook. Yeah. Now we talked a lot about bandwidth in this accessibility principle, but other things that is important, of course, sound quality and texted videos. In Sweden, I think we have 1.5 million people that has difficulties to hear, so it's highly recommended to text videos. And the sound quality, you shouldn't fail with sound quality. So I wouldn't use internal mics on either smartphones or computers, or instead I use ordinary hands-free. Just
A lot of cables.
This is my coaching bag, by the way.
Yeah.
Just a smartphone, hands-free, with a clip or a paper clip or something. You can put it here. It's important just that you have the mic part pretty close to your mouth here, somewhere, not here. Just should be here. Yeah, I actually cut this off, that part here. Yeah, and it still works as a microphone. And the sound is good enough. I showed you. Try it yourself. It's great. But you can also buy a more professional one for 400 kronor or something. Is that right, Barry?
Yeah, 400 to 600.
Yeah,
Something
this
like
is
that.
Nicer one that you can put with, instead of a paper clip, you have this nice clip instead. And a length cord from Shell Company. It's a cheap one. Not too long. Don't buy longer than you need because the sound quality could be increased. So this, then you can walk around. Your smartphone might be there somewhere, so you can walk around. Yeah. Easy. All right. Or readability, of course. So you make sure that your the videos has, if it's PowerPoint within the video, the font needs to be large enough to read, and type fonts should be not too hard for dyslexic people, so you have to choose fonts with a little bit of care. All right, let's move on. Principle. What's the time? Oh, I have loads. All right. Principle number 2 is about media pedagogy. Yes. And this is a broad area, and it could include a lot of different things. But what I mean with media pedagogy is that you actively choose the right media concept and tools for your specific subject and teaching to optimize the pedagogy and take advantage of the tools that's out there, digital tools. And I would say there is a huge difference between a documentation of a 45-minute classroom lecture and a 10-minute video presentation made by a teacher with knowledge of how to adapt a PowerPoint presentation to a media pedagogical video format. It's a huge difference. So, instead of talking so much more about this principle, I would like to play a short video for you instead. And this is a clip from one of my video presentations where I demonstrate how you can use a video editing app in a media pedagogical way, which will help the students to follow your teaching better. So let's have a look.
One of the keys to digital quality and editing videos is to plan and design and adapt to what's suitable for a video format. For example, shorter and more personal PowerPoint presentations designed for 6 to 10 minutes video blocks, 69 slide layout, like standard for TV screens nowadays and smartphones and computer screens. More pictures, video clips and animations, and take advantage of those digital tools that is available out there. Principle number 2 is about sound quality.
A video without decent sound quality is like reading a book with blurred text.
Yes, the sound quality is really crucial for educational videos. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if the students can't hear what you are saying, they will most likely disappear as fast as a Swedish summer, I would say. Especially if it's not texted. Did you know that about 1.5 million people in Sweden has difficulties to hear? Yeah, it's highly recommended to text videos, if possible. Don't use the internal mics, whatever you do, on smartphones or computers. That quality is not good enough. And therefore, I recommend to use a hands-free with a length cord. All right, principle number 3, video editing.
A video editing app is for digital learning what PowerPoint has been for classroom education.
Yeah, that's how it is. In this time we are living in now, with this digital transformation, we need new tools. There's nothing strange with that. Trying to produce a video without a decent video editing app is like create a PowerPoint in a text editor. The video edit app, Camtasia, it's not harder to learn than PowerPoint. I suggest you just cut your old PowerPoint into pieces digitally and create an engaging digital collage instead in the video edit. You can see your PowerPoint more like a sketch or a placeholder that you continue to work with in the video edit app. Yeah, I think you will need an app that allows great flexibility in changing and updating recorded content at any time. And one of the most important features in video edits is the ability to import and work with various kinds of media in several tracks or layers. You might realize that, oh, the text is wrong. the picture is copyright protected. So what to do? Shall I screen record it again? I'm happy with my voice. No, you just stay in the video editor app and you crop away stuff that you don't want, and you just add new stuff in the video editor, like text blocks, new text, and so on. It's all about presenting information and media in an engaging way at the right time. What's also great with this app Camtasia is that it has both screen recording and video editing features. So when you have made a screen recording, it will show up here in the media bin straight away, and then you can improve on the slides with new kind of material, and use drag and drop effects like zooming in on details. Let's say you have a graph and you're talking about a specific part of that graph, and then it's so easy to just drag an effect from the effect window onto the track, and then you just decide how much it will zoom in. That means that you can see your PowerPoint more like a sketch and a placeholder. So this is absolutely not only for eye candy. This is a pedagogical tool.
Thank you, Jonas. Well spoken. The same shirt. It's my lucky shirt. I'm so lucky with that. All right. Yeah, that was flipped classroom to show a video instead of talking about it. That made me. Then I can rest a little and think, and then come back stronger than ever. All right, let's move on. Yeah, I actually claim that it's not harder and will not take longer time to create a video presentation in this Camtasia than it will take to create a decent PowerPoint for a classroom lecture. But of course, just like you once learned PowerPoint, you spent time on that, didn't you? Sure, this is a PowerPoint for videos. Learn it. It will take just, one day. If you really into it. The teachers I'm coaching at KTH, when I sit with them half an hour, they get the basics and then they're up and running. And then they can just call me, or I also have a user guide. I will present that in the end of this lecture, where I have step by step how you work in Camtasia, how you think when you're redesigning your PowerPoints to become videos and so on. And the last principle is about engagement. And an engaged student is a good student, right? So let's create engaging digital learning material. And there are a lot of different media concepts to choose from. But instead of talking more about that, I will show you one more video. And this video I have created, it's an educational video for an online course at KTH about GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation. So I got this task to produce 8 videos for this online course, and this is the first of those 8 videos. And I created it straight in Camtasia, and the only help I got from the project leader was dead ugly PowerPoint with bullets and text, no pictures. And it was up to me to visualize this information, and I had a lot of fun. Let's have a look.
GDPR stands for General Data Protection Regulation and is the European Union, EU's data protection reform, known in Swedish as Dataskyddet.